Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Hope that this is better. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Ronnie J. In today's video, we are actually going to be doing my 2025 makeup routine. This is literally like my routine for every day. Also, in this video, I'm going to try to stop saying like literally, because in my last one, I was literally saying that. Anyway, in my last video, I was saying a lot of that. So in today's video, I'm probably going to try to not say it, but we're gonna see. We're gonna put like a like and a literally count and see how much I literally say those words. I said it again. If you guys are ready to see my 2025 makeup routine, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and join the family. Without further ado, here is my makeup routine. This is literally the routine that I do every single day that gets me compliments every day. Oh my gosh, Ronnie did my makeup. Oh my gosh, Ronnie, how did you do this? When I tell you this is my everyday makeup routine, like I don't change anything. I haven't really changed anything, but I have some new products that I tried and I really like them, so I'm gonna give you guys the tea today. I am kind of multitasking today just because I'm doing two sets of content. So I'm posting one for my TikTok because I haven't done that for TikTok yet. Anyway, let's get started. I already did my skincare. I use the Fenty Total Skin Remove It All Cleanser. Next, I go in with the 77 Plus toner. This has actually been really helping my skin a lot. I do see a lot of changes within my skin. It's been really good to me. It was a new product that I put into my skincare collection, so really like that. I also use the Rhode Peptide Glazing Fluid, which I really like. This is so hydrating on my skin because I have combination skin, so this really helps with my dry and oily skin. I only get oily when I really put in makeup on my T-zone areas. Other than that, my skin is like really dry. I found that out when I did the method where you're supposed to wash your face with your normal face wash. Literally wash your face, wait 30 minutes. If you do see like oils on your forehead, around your cheeks, your T-zone area, then you have combination and dry skin. Next, I go in with this Aniwa Niacinamide 10% serum, which is really good if you have discoloration or dark spots on your face. I used to use the Good Molecules one, which I really did see a difference. Like over here, I have like a lot of like hyperpigmentation and dark spots on this side, but when I was using that product, it was really good if you do not want to get this because it's kind of pricey, but it's not kind of pricey. Last but not least, I do use the Advanced Snail 92 All-in-One Cream. Has like snail secretin and it helps keep your skin healthy and glowy throughout the day. It also is very hydrating. For SPF, I do use this Korean sunscreen here. I don't know what it's called, but I can look to see where I got it from. SPF 50, and I use this after I do all my skincare. This right here, this is the truth because it does keep like my face feeling hydrated. It feels like my skin has like sun protection on it, so I do use this on my skin as well. Okay, so first things first, in my makeup routine, I like to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil and I like to just carve out my brows. I don't think I'm necessarily going to do my eyebrows on camera. If you watched my last video, I could not do my eyebrows for nothing. What I like to do is I like to start on the bottom and carve out my bottom, and then I go on the top and carve out my top. And then they should meet like at the bottom. So then what I like to do is just go in and then just fill it in. This this is really crazy to me because like now my friends and my family who like ask me for my routine, they can literally just look at this video. Okay, so now that is one brow done, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one off camera. Then I'm gonna come back with the next step in my routine. Okay, so I went ahead and did both of my brows. Now what I also like to do is I like to take my end of my pencil, and then you're going to take the spoolie and you're just going to like lightly brush. It doesn't look too harsh and it doesn't look too black, because I just looked at that clip and it looked so black on camera, but I like to go in and blend it so it doesn't look too black, enough for it to be defining my hairs. Now I'm going to be doing something that a lot of people don't do. I have the most trouble of putting on eyelashes, especially at the end of my makeup routine. A lot of beauty influencers or people that I just see putting on makeup do their eyelashes at the very end, and me, I just can't do that. I just can't do that. My eyes water really bad, so I put my eyelashes on at the beginning, even before I start concealing my eyebrows. I don't know where these lashes are from, so I'm not even gonna tell you where they're from because I have no idea where they're from. But how I like to do is I like to put glue on my eyelid first before I even apply the lashes. I cannot put lash glue on the lash and then it will just not stick for me. This is like the only method that really works for me. And now I'm gonna do it to the other one. As you can see, this glue dries so fast. I know a lot of people as well like to put their glue on their eyelash, but I think the eyelid is more than enough for me, so I'm just gonna put it right in the middle, and then go ahead and do the ends. Just like that, and then make sure it's just secure by pushing it in a little bit. And then the technique to like make sure it's really secure is you just want to press your lashes and your lash together so that it really blends in and it really sticks together. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eyelash as well. I low-key literally gave up filming the TikTok that I was trying to film while doing this video. My dog is acting very needy and he just peed on my clothes just now, and we're not even gonna talk about it. We're not even gonna talk about it. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're actually going to conceal my eyebrows now. I like to use the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. This is in the shade Caramel, and what I'm gonna do is like I'm literally gonna take some on my brush here that I got from Morphe. I think this is the collab with Ariel, and I'm just gonna take that because this is more of the lighter shade, so I'm gonna take it on my bottom eyebrow right here and just carve it out. Like we're literally cleaning up the eyebrow to make it look a little bit more defined and give it really some definition. And it's okay if you get on the eyebrow, like it's literally okay. You can just go back and fix it with your pencil or with your pomade. That's another thing. I used to use pomade so religiously, and I still did until I got the pencil, but now I have moved on and graduated to the pencil, and I really like the pencil much better. If y'all hear my dog, he's literally playing with that stop thing for the door. Okay, so now I carved out the bottom with that lighter shade. Now I'm gonna go in with something that's a little close to my skin color. Most of my makeup is expired, so do not use expired makeup. It doesn't kill you or anything, it doesn't mess up your skin, but just don't use expired makeup. But I think it's the Urban Decay one, and I have no idea what shade it is. That is how you can tell, like I'm just gonna use it to carve the top of my eyebrow and give it just a little bit more cleaning. I can't believe like I'm trying to be consistent with this. It's been so much fun already, just filming, editing. Like my last video took quite some time to edit, but it's so much fun and I love it so much. Like I love seeing the aftermath of like videos, and now I give props to content creators and YouTubers who do this for a living, because editing is no joke. Okay guys, so I just carved the bottom and the top of my brow. I'm gonna do this one and then we're gonna be right back. My eyebrows today are kind of looking like twins, and you never want that. Usually when I start blending the middle, it comes together, like it starts looking like twin, or it starts looking like sisters, I mean. One second, y'all, like my lips were looking a little too chapped. I just could not do it anymore. All right guys, so both brows are now done. Oh my gosh, I look so ashy at the top and so white at the top. Please bear with me. It's gonna look better, I promise. Now I'm going to take my e.l.f. Powder Grip Primer. This is literally my go-to primer. I did recently discover a new one, especially because I have oily skin, but I don't have that one because it was just a sample from when I wanted to like do my birthday makeup for myself. I'm not even too sure what it's called, but I think it was either the Refi primer or it was the House Labs primer, if they even have a primer. I don't even think House Labs have a primer. I use this every day. It just feels so good to the skin. It's inexpensive. It's by e.l.f. It's literally like the Hydro Grip primer, which everybody has this primer in their makeup collection, and if you don't, you need to go buy. So I like to let my primer sit for at least 2 minutes just so that it can absorb into my skin. After that, I'm gonna come back and then we're gonna continue on with the routine. Okay y'all, so it has been 2 minutes now. This is my favorite foundation ever. I used to use the Fenty Pro Matte foundation, but this one right here, when I tell you they were not lying about this foundation, I really love this foundation. It is the NARS Natural Longwear Foundation in the shade New Caledonia. The only thing that I will say that it does show up a little too orange on me, and I think it's because it's like an oxidizing foundation. So then I like to go up with my beat up ass, I need to wash these brushes, but I like to go with my beat up ass foundation brush and just go in and just tap all over my face. You don't want to smear it or like rub it in. You want to tap it in, get down to your neck so that your neck can match. But you see how orange it looks, kind of, but it's okay. It's gonna settle and it's gonna even look way better. And then just a little bit of the excess to go on my forehead, just so that it kind of matches like the top of my brows. So once I pat in my foundation with my foundation brush, I go in with a damp beauty blender. So go in with your beauty blender and just go over everything that you just did with your foundation brush. Literally go over everything. And look how like just smoother it looks. Like, can you see the difference? I can definitely tell the difference. Like this side just looks so much smoother. This side still looks very caked up, but I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I can tell the difference. In person, I can tell the difference. Blend the neck, blend the neck. All right, so now our foundation is all blended in. Now, if you are like me and you have oily skin and it peeks through your makeup, my recommendation is going in with a pressed powder. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-Hour Foundation Powder. Not a pressed powder, I'm sorry, it's a foundation powder. Anywhere that you feel like you get oily, that's where you want to put the foundation powder. So right here, near my nose area, kind of going towards my cheek. You see how it just blurred? Oh my god. If y'all keep seeing me turn this way, I'm just making sure that my dog is good, because he be putting everything and anything in his mouth and think it's food. Come on now, like I don't feed you. I'm gonna put some on my chin as well as my smile lines, because my smile lines be peeking through. Take some of that powder again, go over my smile lines, You want to like stretch it out too. Stretch it, like really stretch your skin out because it gets in the crevices. What I also like to do to keep those oils from peeking out as well on my smile line, I like to go in with my NYX HD finishing powder. I talked about this and I do kind of prefer the e.l.f. one over this one. It just doesn't give me that HD powder that I'm looking for, but it still works like a good HD powder. And I'm gonna put that everywhere I applied my foundation powder. Next, I like to go in with my Fenty Beauty contour, which is in the shade Espresso. I want to try out the NARS one, but nothing really can compare to this one because I love this one so much. I'm just gonna go in and put it on the lower half of my face where my cheekbones are, right underneath my cheekbones. I'm also going to contour my nose, a little down the side here, and just drag it to your eyebrow. It's okay. And then we're gonna make a little bit of markings right here, like that. This is also something I started doing in my routine as well, putting contour right here because I feel like I have more of a rounded face. This just helps it define it a little bit because I have like more of a rounded face and I like to just define it a little bit. I'm gonna go in with this brush that I have no idea where I got it from. I think it's by e.l.f., but I have no idea where I got it from. Again, don't rub, just pat. It looks like I'm rubbing, but I'm going in like a pat rubbing motion, if that makes sense. Okay, my face is contoured, as you can tell. On to the next step of the makeup routine. I like to use the One Size blush, which is the Cheek Clapter 3D Blush Trio, which you have 3 different shades, but they're all the same pink. I'm gonna go in with the shade Choose Me, which is the cream version of the Pick Me, and then you have the glitter version, which is the Choose Me. Or sorry, Love Me. Choose me, pick me, love me. Then I'm gonna go in with this brush right here. It's the Makeup by Mario brush, which is a really good brush. I really like this one. I'm just gonna take a little bit. It is very pigmented, so a little goes a long way. And we're just gonna tap it right where I would normally put blush. I like how it's very buildable, but it looks so good. I used to use the Juvia's Place blush in the shade orange and the purple one. I kind of like how the pink and the orange look together on my dark skin complexion. Kind of don't like the purple, but I used to use those and they looked so pigmented, so I'm ready to try the pink one in that version as well too. And do not be afraid to actually put blush on, because we're actually going to be putting concealer on top of this, which is the next step. For concealer, I know you guys probably think it's the Born This Way, which is the one I used on my eyebrows, but it's not. Today we're going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour full wear. I absolutely love this concealer. I had to get this concealer randomly because there was a day that I had to do my makeup in the car and I forgot my Born This Way concealer. I'm looking and I don't see the concealer in my makeup bag, and I'm like right around the corner from Target, so I go into Target and I just go and get this one here. Ever since I got it, I never used the Born This Way for my concealer anymore. Like, I really like this one. It actually gives you the full coverage and the definition that you need when highlighting certain parts of your face, so it's really good and it does actually last. I do find that I do crease with this one, but it's okay, everybody creases. It's not the end of the world. So this is essentially the placement that I like to do for my concealer. So I'm going to let this sit because when you let your concealer sit, it really gives you that full coverage. So I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna wait like 2-3 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna blend it out together.
2,000 years later.
Okay girls, we are back. It's been all of 5 minutes, so now we're gonna blend this whole thing out. We're gonna take that same brush that I used to blend my brows, and we're gonna start with my chin. I leave my under eyes last because again, I crease the most up there, and I can just go ahead and just put powder and stuff after I blend it. With my nose area, I really like to be precise with it because I like to get where I put my contour in. And even with like my nose contour, since I like to be precise, I like to go back in and just get a little bit and put it on my brush. I realized throughout this video that I kept saying literally. I just can't help myself. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my powder puff ready. I'm also going to be taking my Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder in the shade 320. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of my powder, get my powder puff ready, just like that, put it under, and when I start blending this out, I'm immediately gonna go in with my pressed powder because I don't want it to crease. And just make sure we're doing tapping motions as well, blending everything out. I'm gonna go ahead and define the nose as well before you put that pressed powder down, because when I put the pressed powder down, it's over. Okay y'all, so now that I'm blended out, I'm gonna keep looking up. I just look down, but to show y'all, I'm gonna look up, blend out my creases even more, and then go in with my pressed powder. Oh, so good. So good. And just like that, I get a flawless under eye. Oh, can you see? Looks so good already. Okay, we're gonna do the other side. I can honestly say that I've like perfected my base to the point where it really looks very, very smooth, and I'm living for that. Again, I'm gonna look up, get my powder puff ready, and then I'm going to go ahead and set under my eye. We'll be right back with the next makeup step. Okay guys, so we are now done like powdering and everything, and as you can see, I'm literally starting to water under my eye. So to fix that, let it just fully dry, and then just go back in with your brush and just tap those water lines or crease lines out, and then you just go back in with your powder. I'm trying to hurry up because I only have one camera battery, and tomorrow finally my camera battery is coming, so hopefully I stop my camera from dying. So now I'm going to be taking my Laura Mercier powder, which I've literally had for forever. I've never switched up on powders. Kind of my favorite powder. I'm going to go ahead and start baking my spots that I concealed at. And how I like to do this for my nose is I like to actually go in with more powder and just curve out where I contoured. Okay, so now that we are baking, I'm going to let this sit on my face here. While that is doing its thing, I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. Now, if you watched my other video, this is the Juvia's Place Bronze Bronzer in the shade Dark. If you watched my other video, I was hyping this up. It is truly one of my favorite products in the entire world. Can't find my bronzer brush, but we're just gonna use the Makeup by Mario the other side. Just gonna bronze, but because this is my favorite, it just gives me a very sun-kissed type of bronze color, and I just love how it looks. I like to just dab the chin area, go around my eyebrows, go up towards my outer eye here, and it's going to dust some of that powder off, which is perfectly fine because we're going to dust it off anyway, but we just want to go in with this powder first. Found my bronzer brush, so I'm just gonna take the excess that I have on here and just go in. Like, look at that. Oh, it's so good. And now I'm gonna take this like little eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the same bronzer. I'm gonna use this shade here. I'm gonna take just a little bit because it is very pigmented, just a little bit. We're gonna go in and go over our nose contour with that same bronzer. Please be light-handed with this because sometimes when I do this, it comes out a little too harsh. But to get rid of that, all you really need to do is just blend. Literally blend like your life depends on it. If you feel like your makeup is not looking right, that is because you have not blended. Blend. However, I do like to make this part a little darker just so that I can be more defined into my eyebrow and that it looks like I have an eyeshadow look. Fun fact, I do not know how to do eyeshadow. I call myself a makeup artist, but I don't know how to do eyeshadow. Hey, I feel like I do. It's just the level of hard work and dedication that takes. Oh, hell no. Especially those eye looks that just be like looking so ombre, like you have the blues and the pinks and the purples. I cannot do that. Oh, I cannot do that. But hey, shout out to the people and shout out to the makeup artists who can, because they be looking tea. And then I'm also gonna take just a little bit more and we're gonna put it right below my nose and like on top of it, just a little bit, just like that. Okay, so after we have bronze and we still have our powder on our face, we're still gonna leave it here just for a little longer, just so that I can get those parts that I really want highlighted. In the meantime, my next step in this routine is blush. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-hour fresh wear. So the same thing as my face powder that I had, but in blush form. This is also my favorite blush. Y'all are probably wondering why, oh Ronnie, why didn't you use the one size? I like the powder one. It's just I think it's a little too bright for my skin complexion. I do sometimes mix it in, but with this one alone, I feel like it just looks, oh my gosh, see, it just looks already put together. Oh my gosh, my camera battery is flashing. I'm gonna go ahead and dust this powder off and I'm gonna charge my camera battery for a little bit. I'm gonna come back and do the finishing touches to this whole makeup routine. I know it's a lot, but I promise you, people are gonna be like, girl, who did your makeup? Yourself. As you can see, I was jamming out. I'm just finishing dusting off all that excess powder that I had on my face. It's looking so good so far. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of my excess that I have on my blush brush and just go back in and reset everything because that powder did kind of take over a little bit. Okay, you guys, so we are getting into the final stretch of this whole routine here. What I like to do is I like to take my palette that I have here, and it actually has a black eyeshadow. I have no eyeliner, no under eye eyeliner, so I just usually just take like a regular black shadow and get as close as I can to my lash line and, you know, make that effect that I actually have black on my waterline. I'm gonna just try to zoom y'all in so y'all can see. Hopefully my camera doesn't die. Kind of like that. And I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it literally, yeah, it yeah. Okay, y'all, so I really didn't do anything but do the under eye. I did go ahead and set my face though with my setting spray that I'm literally out of. Like this, that was the last of it. So I used the Revolution Makeup by Superfix Hold Spray. I actually like this one. A lot of people say it's like the dupe to the Charlotte Tilbury one, which I don't like the Charlotte Tilbury one and I don't see the hype about it, but This one, I don't really think it's like that one. It actually has more of a holding spray in my opinion. So after I do that, I like to go in with my mascara, which is also by e.l.f. but I also am in dire need of a new one. So I'm just gonna go in and do my bottom lashes now. I don't even think there's anything in this mascara bottle. There is literally nothing in here, so I couldn't really get a good bottom lash. There's like literally nothing in here. This is the final step of my home makeup routine. This is the Fenty Beauty highlighter in the shades Afternoon Snack and Mo Honey. These are what the shades look like. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this one is obviously the one that I use. So I'm gonna take a little bit on this brush that I have no idea where I got it from, and put it directly in my inner corner here, just to give it a little bit of pop. This highlighter is also very buildable. I don't know if a highlighter is buildable, but I mean, I guess because it builds up shine. I'm also gonna put just a little bit on my nose for a little bit of pop, a little bit of pizzazz. I actually lied, that was not my final step. My final step is spraying. This is the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray, which this shit actually works. It will have you coughing, but this shit actually works. Okay guys, so this is the final look of the night. This is the final look of the video. Guys, this look just came together. This is literally my everyday look that I do. Do you want to come up here with mommy? Hi. This is Milo, guys. I'm showing my baby. Say hi. Say hi, Bobby. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two about this whole makeup routine, step-by-step kind of thing. Let me know in the comments if you guys like this, if there's something that you would change. Like I said, this is literally my everyday makeup routine. So go learn how to do your makeup, go look like a baddie, feel like a baddie. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.